Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. This is Pit-Droid podcasting. That's Kage over there. I'm Dave. This is going to be chapter 16, The Rescue. Hit the hyperdrive and let's do this thing. Alright guys, chapter 16, The Rescue. Directed by Peyton Reed, back again for a second direction of this season. Plot synopsis: the Mandalorian and his allies attempt a daring rescue. So that kind of happens real quick. This episode hits the gas and just keeps going. But before we do all of that fun stuff, something else was going on in this episode that I almost brought up earlier in this season, but I didn't have time. I'm bringing it up this time because one girl had quite the potty mouth. So, let's, what do we got here? So, there's a lot of swearing in Dave Filoni's Star Wars, which is, it's not like English common swearing. It's Star Wars swearing, which we've all heard, like, Nerf herder and slime ball, but, So Boba, this isn't much. I wouldn't say this is swearing. This is quite the insult. He's just really coming at her. She's saying, "Well, if that isn't the quacta calling the stifling slimy," which is he's essentially saying that she's calling him out for being the sidekick, and she's also the sidekick, and her rebuttal is like, "You're going to be talking through a bantha tank," which that's pretty hard. That's pretty harsh. I like that.
I thought her rebuttal was her fist.
Yeah, which, well, yeah, it was, and then they're talking about the Dark Troopers, and then she says those Dark Troopers are going to be real skanks in a are going to be a real skank in a scud pie. That's pretty crazy. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know about skank in a scud pie. It's hard to say, apparently, I'll tell you that. Dank Ferrick comes back again. We've heard that one a bunch of times. I don't know if that's just like, damn it, or dang it, or I don't know. Who knows? But, son of a mud scuffer. That's a pretty good one.
Apparently,
I like that one.
They really don't like mud in the Star Wars universe.
Sand and mud. It's,
yeah. Go hand in hand, I guess. But hey, I mean, it's family-friendly swearing, I guess.
I think it's more creative. It's English common swearing is so lame. This is way more fun. And what I started thinking about though is that if she gets her own show, this girl's got a potty mouth. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that being a kid-friendly show at that point.
People are gonna think she's just saying, like, spewing off haikus or something. Son of a mud scuffer, Dank Ferrick. Quackta call. Oh no, that was Boba. I can't say that one.
Yes. So, anyways, stay on target. This episode was amazing, and like I said, it kind of starts right away and just keeps going. Real quick, you find the whole space shuttle scene with Boba was awesome, but we can fast forward a little bit to where you see the Dark Troopers, because wow, I would not mess with them. That's no joke. And
everything about them, they are nothing but intimidating. They did such a good job with showing how strong they are. From the moment their feet hit the ground, I mean, okay, so during the fight, I don't know how much you were watching or taking note of. The one that makes it through the doors, it's like punching Mando's head into the wall.
Yeah,
it is literally like hammer and nail. He's head going further and further and further, and I'm shocked that Mando was even able to stand after that. But
It's
The
pretty
other thing that I
wild.
really liked was the sound effects for them walking. They sounded heavy.
I liked that they had a dubstep intro. It was like Dark Trooper dubstep. I was like, okay, I'm into this.
Yeah, that's fine. That just
I'm
makes them more
cool with it,
badass.
you know. Yeah, I thought so. But the good guys were looking pretty good too.
The
Our
man,
team over here,
yeah.
I'm Boba's missing, unfortunately. I'd like him to be like flying through the background or something. But other than that, we got everybody here. You got Moff Gideon on the ground, but
He doesn't count.
uh, yeah. But Bo-Katan, who, Kara, Mando, Fennec, the girl I can't remember her name. Yeah.
The sidekick.
They killed it. Yeah, they were awesome. You know.
I couldn't get enough of, well, the whole episode. This episode was what, 45 minutes, and it
Yeah.
was like you said, they put a brick on the gas pedal and just let it go.
But luckily when it came to the Dark Troopers, they weren't gonna have to handle it alone because one X-wing shows up and Cara Dune, she doesn't. She says, "Oh great, we're saved."
Okay,
But
so when you saw that X-wing, did you know that it was Luke, or
no,
did you think it was anybody else?
I I held out my reservations for quite a while. There was one scene where it was very obvious that he had one glove on,
Yes. Yep.
and that's when I was like, yeah. And it was around that time that you really could see the lightsaber hilt, and I was just like,
For
yeah,
me, the major telltale sign was the green saber. At this point in time, who else has a green saber?
for sure, for sure. I was definitely interested. There was rumors of Cal Kestis from Fallen Order being introduced here, which Fallen Order is canon, and not only that, the voice actor for Cal is exactly how they modeled Cal to look like in the games. So it almost makes sense that it's going to happen. Beyond that, though, I and you, I think both assumed Ezra. I was thinking Filoniverse, Ezra,
I,
it's going to happen.
I was hoping for Ezra, but I can't complain. I mean, the whole he shows up and he just puts the beat down on these dark troopers like as if they were nothing.
I did not expect that we would see him. I did not expect we would see Mark Hamill. And this is two people. Mark Hamill is the voice, and there is a actor and aging going on here. There's CGI going on as well to make all of this happen.
They
Um,
superimposed Mark Hamill's face and voice in it,
yes, yes.
kind of like what they did for Leia when they did the young Leia scenes in the newest trilogy.
So I didn't really think it was going to be possible, but this was just amazing. I think this is what every 6-year-old boy inside of you wanted to see.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
I think that when we saw Luke in the pre or in the sequels, a lot of us were disappointed.
well
This is the Luke I wanted to see.
he's brutal. The way he just like crushes that droid, or not seen in this clip, but earlier um, in the episode, he slides this big giant crate into one of them and just walks up and just off with its head.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was amazing. It's somebody. He makes it look effortless. It
E-
doesn't even look like he's trying. Like
Exactly. Yes.
he's very skilled at this point, and he should be. That's the Luke that we all looked up to as kids. So it's very cool, very very cool to see. Um, this image. So we lose Grogu. Grogu's off to go to the temple and learn, but This image to me, when I saw this, my head instantly said, it's like, Grogu, come into the fandom forever. It is, come with Luke and R2-D2 and be with us forever in the Disney fandom. It, it's just great. I love seeing him with R2. It was so cool.
This scene was just good. The I was surprised. Apparently, well, I guess Ahsoka could understand Grogu as well, but it was that Luke says he's waiting for your permission to come with me.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe he just didn't want to go. So, um, yeah. And then, I mean, Din is so overcome by this moment that he takes his mask off, like officially by his own will. There's no pressure. He takes the helmet off, shows it to Grogu, I believe, for the first time.
I think that's what was going on there.
So
Yes.
it's a very meaningful situation. So
It is very meaningful. I do believe we will see Grogu again. I sure hope so. I would love to see him at the Jedi Temple.
you think we'll see him in the next? Do you think we'll see him in the next season, or do you think Mando will be
So
off?
here's the thing: is that you have to see him sooner rather than later, because now he's off to go to Luke's Jedi Temple. He's gonna learn in roughly 20 years is when Kylo will turn and slaughter the temple. So if Grogu's there longer than 20 years, Grogu most likely knows Kylo, meets him at some point. I just hope he's out of there before it goes bad.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Grogu's going to meet Kylo. I think he will be out before then. I mean, you got to take into consideration he was already trained by other Jedi prior to Order 66. And
Yeah,
I mean, he's already fit.
yeah.
He's older than Luke is. I mean, granted,
I
Luke
know.
is a
I
master
know.
at this point, and Grogu obviously is not. But uh, I think he's pretty much going
It's
back
tough
for the
because they make him seem like such a child, but then when he uses the Force, you can tell that this is someone that has a strong connection already. So I don't know how maturity works for
maybe he's
this
just going
race,
back for like a refresher course. Like he's doing it for like a
So he's
continued
going for summer
education credit
school.
for his job.
It's going for summer school for
Yeah,
sure. I feel he failed last semester. I
yeah.
feel you.
He's he missed a year, and
Well, a lot happened during Order 66. You know, that's a failed semester, abridged. You know, if you would. So
fair
a
point.
lot goes on there. Yeah. Um.
So one of the other topics I wanted to talk about here, though, is the dark saber.
Important. Important to talk about.
So Mando has now defeated Moff Gideon, uh, with he does not have a lightsaber, but he used that spear amazingly. Bested Moff Gideon in combat, and it almost makes me wonder if Moff Gideon intended to lose at this point because he seems so calculated, and he's pretty much laughing because he knows what Bo-Katan's response is going to be, which is, I, you they have to fight. They have to fight if Bo-Katan is to earn the dark saber.
He is very calculated, Moff Gideon. I don't think that he necessarily planned it this way, but I think that he realizes very quickly what has happened. Because he tries to pull a sneak attack on Din. He's like, "Yeah, take Grogu, and then I'm done with them," you know. And then at the last second, he activates the dark
Man,
saber and
he pulled a sneak attack on me. I thought he was going to be honorable about the whole thing.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah.
but he just goes to town with that the dark saber. Luckily, Mando has Beskar, pure Beskar. So although that spear anytime they were holding it in place, you could see that spear heating up. I think
Very cool.
had they held it long enough, I bet he would have made it through the Beskar.
I think so. I also think so. Luckily, Din is amazing with the spear.
Apparently, yeah.
Well, the actor, Pedro, you have to remember in Game of Thrones he used the spear a lot. So it's not surprising to see this kinda,
I just now realized, okay, I never realized he was in Game of Thrones.
Are you serious?
I am serious. It never clicked. The moment you said it, though, it's right there. So, okay.
Yeah, you know he fights at the mountain and dies,
Right.
unfortunately, you know, to the mountain.
Needs eyes.
But there's that awesome spear scene.
Hey,
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Right. But you could see, like, my favorite was when Din, like, the spear was behind him and he used his heel to flip the spear up in front of him. I'd seen him do that in Game of Thrones before, and I was like, "Oh, I love this. This is great." It was sweet. Yeah, it was super cool. Wow, I can't believe you. Wow. All right.
Hey, when I'm watching this, I'm thinking Star Wars. I'm not thinking anything else, and especially this episode, I didn't have time to think of anything but what was going on.
I like that for sure. But so you think they're gonna fight Bo-Katan and Din? Do you think Din's gonna lose it to someone else, and Bo-Katan's gonna rescue him in season 3?
I'm mixed.
Something like that. Like,
I mean, this is the only cliffhanger we are left with for this season. Technically, we know where Grogu's going, so I'm not sure. Din obviously does not want to fight Bo-Katan, especially not to the death. So I think that at somewhere along the line, someone's going to find a technicality, or maybe he's just going to like hand it back to Moff Gideon, take off his shackles, and be like, "All right, you guys fight. I'm not doing this." I doubt that'll be the case, but I think he will find some sort of technicality for Bo-Katan to take it. He obviously doesn't want it. He doesn't want to rule Mandalore.
hey, brainstorming thought here. What if he gives it to Grogu?
Grogu doesn't need
Grogu's
it.
lightsaber.
Grogu
It's
doesn't.
gonna be Grogu's saber.
No, that's
It's a little big for him.
Dark saber.
It's a little big.
I think.
But
No, steal one of Ahsoka's tiny sabers and give that to him.
all right. I'm just saying, dude. He could lay claim to Mandalore. Grogu. That'd be awesome.
The one true Mandalorian.
Yes.
I can't. No. Sorry. No.
Okay.
Nope.
So, as cool as all of that stuff is going to be in season 3, the Book of Boba.
Okay, so
2021.
the whole intro to this, amazing.
I love it.
They announced the date of December of 2021, which is also the date for the next season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have 2 simultaneous shows going on at once.
We're gonna be busy.
It's like you said, it's a good time to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
But this scene, so please correct me if I'm wrong. This is Jabba's palace?
Oh yes.
So why does Boba care about Jabba's palace so much? Do you think he comes in, he wipes the place. Him and Fennec wipe the place out.
Uh-huh.
And he takes place like a king. And
you're exactly correct.
So is he back? He came back for revenge because he blames them for him falling in the Sarlacc pit?
I don't think that's it at all.
So why is he here?
I think that this is Boba's new life. Boba is going to be king of the underworld, dude.
So
Boba's going to rule the underworld. Okay.
You think he's going to be a crime lord?
I think he's going to be a crime lord, but I think you're going to see here, and I'm so glad we came around to this because I've thought about this, of course. But so I think that he's going to be a crime lord, but I think that there's going to be some good there. I think that some bad may be needed in retaking Mandalore, and I think that they may recruit him in one way or another, or recruit essentially crime to help get done what they need done.
You think that they're gonna go that far? Do you think Mando's gonna stay with Bo-Katan and attempt to restore her to power?
So I'm influenced by two thoughts here. One thought is that crime is essentially, depending on which side of the fence you're on, better than the Empire, or what's left of the Empire. So if Boba runs a honest crime, he's been a bounty hunter, so you have to believe he's probably going to run it with some kind of honesty. I think he's essentially going to run a mafia, which leads me into thought number 2, which is something that I just learned about recently. I learned that during World War II, the U.S. recruited the mafia, the Italian mob, to protect our shores. Okay, so this is kind of where I'm going with this, is that sometimes the bad guy isn't always that bad. And I think that Boba's going to have a role to play in retaking Mandalore with Bo-Katan, potentially with Din again. I mean, bounty hunters work for bad people all the time. So, I'm very excited to see where this goes, because I thought that his show would be a prequel only to where we are now, and it seems like that may not be true. So okay. I'm very excited. What do you think?
Man, that's hard, because he is a bounty hunter, so is it going to be a show strictly about him and Fennec hunting? Is he going to be a crime lord, like you said? Is he going to run his own guild? Maybe he's going to start his own, what's the term that I want to use, that Mando and his group...
Yeah, a bounty hunting guild? Yeah.
Or just a Mandalorian hideout.
For sure. I mean, dude, no matter what, it's going to be awesome.
I mean, I'm going to watch it. So, I'm honestly not sure what to think, or I don't know what to expect at this point. Just him going in and taking over the place like he did. The only thing I can see is that maybe he'll cross paths with Din or Bo-Katan at some point. I'm sure he'll have connections, and they'll probably want to use them. I wonder...
Exactly, yes.
So in this, do you think we're going to see more cross references? Do you think you'll see Din? Maybe you'll see Din and Grogu sitting at a table in his palace, like waiting for a job or something.
For sure, I think that you will see more crossing of these shows. You may see Din and Grogu hopefully together again at some point,
kicking back with a couple beers.
Yeah. Hey buddy, haven't seen you in a while. Let's kick it at Boba's palace. That's got a nice ring to it, right? That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, Alright. Well, this episode really just excited me about Star Wars even more. It just put an exclamation point at the end of this season and everything going on right now. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. I could talk about this for a long time, but I think we should probably wrap this up.
We got a whole year. Whole year until the next season.
You know what? That's true. But we don't have a full year until our next podcast, because, spoiler, we're going to be doing an episode about the Star Wars Holiday Special. Not the Lego one, the original one. I think his face about says it all right there, So tune in for that, guys. Check that out. Subscribe, like, give us a like. That'd be awesome. All right, guys. This was not the podcast you were looking for.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to keep up with our current work. If you missed the previous video, you can check it out right here.